Hey, is Susan running over there? I want a white chocolate mocha, no whipped cream. Susan's going, right? I don't know what he wants. I don't know what Jeremy wants. You'll have to ask. I gotta do this video. Look at where we're at. I don't know how she's gonna get coffee, but you say she's gonna be able to get. Oh, Mark got it. He built a Starbucks already. He's genius. He's genius. But let me. I gotta handle this. All right. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Investing with Zeke. Please like and subscribe so you see the scenery is a little different. See, what happened is I wake up on Thursday and I'm here. It's cold. It's dark. It was a little bit lonely. But then I started seeing some regulars around, some people we had in common. We didn't believe. We all have the same beliefs here. And what is our beliefs? Well, if you go back and watch my third video that I ever did, where I was talking about the best companies in the stock market and the best CEO of the stock market, I mentioned Mark and I mentioned Meta as being the best company in the stock market. And what has it done so far? Perform just like the best stock in the whole stock market. And we're going to talk about earnings, right? Earnings beat on everything. The best earnings. So if I had to rate this earnings call, I would rate it, well, if we're doing 1 to 10, a 500. If we're doing an A, B, C, D grade, whatever is past an A. I don't know if it circles back around. You go to Z's. This is in a whole different stratosphere. Let me tell you why. And let me tell you why, actually, you know what? Before we all get started on anything, let's give it up to Mark Zuckerberg, Susan, the whole team over at Meta, all the Meta shareholders. Let's give a round of applause to. That was fantastic earnings. Let's give it up. I don't care if you hate him. Give it up. There we go. Yes. Thank you. He deserves more. All right. Let's get back in. All right, because we're not going to be sticking around up here very long. I still got to work tomorrow. Because you know what? This was a short trip to the moon because we just got started. All right, so let's get off into the earnings call. So usually when you think of a company that has these kind of earnings, you think of it as a company that has just started or just started like a couple weeks ago. Because the way Meta's growing, I never would have thought that Meta would be growing at 25% year over year into the future. We don't know how long it's going to grow 25%. And why? Well, I can explain easily why. 3.1 billion users. Not a month, not a week. That's a day, damn it. That's a day. Because that's serious. That's crazy. And growing at 25% a year. And the reason why I have to return back to work is because this company is nowhere close to done growing. This is why you buy companies like Meta. Like you see Apple sitting at a $3 trillion market cap. And then you see it growing at what? Minus 3%, minus 5%. That's how much Apple is growing. Where on the other hand, Meta's growing at 25%. And it's only a $1 trillion company. Argument could be made that Meta should be the most valuable company in the whole market. Why should that argument be made? Because they have the biggest amount of data next to Google, next to Amazon, and then it's Meta. Yeah, you can put Apple in there. Apple does control about half of the smartphone market. Not even half, all right? So where Facebook is broadly the number one advertiser in the world, globally. Let me tell you, if you start a small business or if you have a small business, which by the way have been destroyed through COVID, wait till restaurants come back, stuff like that comes back, Meta's going to be growing even more. Advertising isn't even where it should be at. I mean, they have WhatsApp growing crazy in the United States. Trends is still growing. They didn't even expect the goggles to grow, and the goggles are growing. The smart glasses are growing. The reels are growing. And you know what he's also going to do? He's also going to monetize on everything. Everything that he's doing, he's going to monetize on. That just brings way more money in. Keep him $11 billion cash flow. $65 billion in the bank. Now, you know when you watch those infomercials late at night and they're like, wait, there's more. And they try to give you like another flashlight or whatever they're trying to sell you. This is the way I felt in this Meta's earnings call because he wasn't done yet. He's like, we're also going to issue another $20 billion buyback. SoFi, that's how you buy back your stock, not just like $5. You buy back the way Meta's buying back. All right, I know I'm just kidding. I mean, SoFi's got their own lane, but incredible buyback. I mean, there is some bad things. They're $18 billion in debt, but I'm sure that debt is just written off as a low interest rate debt, so he could pay that off tomorrow if he wanted. On top of that, he's still going to increase more money in R&D into Reality Labs. I think that's phenomenal. I'm going to tell you why in a second. And he isn't even done yet. He's like, hey, I'm going to throw in something else. This was thrown in like the next day. The biggest thing. He's going to issue a dividend for all the shares. So every share you own, you'll get 50 cents on the share. I know that doesn't sound like a lot. We're sitting at $500 today. By the way, when I started trying to sell my cats, you remember that? That was back when I put Mark and a goat together and made Goat Mark. It's back on one of my videos. I lost it. AMC was running and Meta was at $88, and I just couldn't believe it. So now we're sitting at about $500 a share, and you know there's just no reason to sell. They're gonna end up splitting the shares, so we're gonna get probably 5-1, 6-1 on the shares, and then we're gonna get the dividend on top of that. And then the dividend's going to do nothing but increase because, like I said, there's still more to grow. So let's get off into Reality Labs. Spent $4 billion on it, made $1 billion, loss of $3 billion. Who cares? Keep in mind, Mark made an iconic game before he developed Facebook, which ended up being a media and advertising giant. He started with a video game called Farmville. And now he's doing Reality Labs. Let him do it. And you know why I think? And after he's done with Reality Labs and Reality Labs starts being profitable, he's going to swing back around and I believe take over the next stage of the internet. Why is he doing this, or how do I believe he's doing this? Because you want to say that Nvidia has been the number one stock of the last couple of years. I say that's a lie. You want to know why Nvidia has been the number one stock in the last couple of years? You want to know why? Because Meta's buying all the chips, because they want to make the largest language model in existence. They are AI. The kings of AI is Meta. So that's why I got to go back to work, because I don't plan on selling this stock. There's no way you could sell Meta at under $2.5 trillion. This should be a $3 to $5 trillion company. Now, I know I shoot a little high. Maybe I think a really high a mark. So at about $2.5 trillion, that's when I'd be like, is it a little heavy? Right now, Meta is probably, I would say it's probably the number one position now in my portfolio after this insane run that it's had. So we got the dividend. 25% year of growth. We got 16% a year growth in advertising revenue. 10% growth just in global revenue. WhatsApp, they're looking to innovate on WhatsApp. They're trying to create a Meta AI assistant, which I think that's what I believe the next step of the internet is assigning everybody with like an AI assistant to help you answer comments or look for things or answer any questions you might have. I think that's the kind of the next step Mark's doing. He likes to keep it pretty quiet because he believes, a lot of people copy Mark. Mark is the effing GOAT. That's why people copy Mark, right? So I just really wanted to get on and say congratulations. I mean, I'm not selling. I'm going back to work. Will I add? I mean, I can't really because it's like practically the number one position in my portfolio. But if I was looking for a large tech stock, I would still probably consider Meta a buy because you got the best CEO in the world, best financials in the world, best advertising in the world. It's just, it is what it is. It's greatness. So, yeah, congratulations. I got to figure my way back to the earth, back to Earth people. I'm coming back. I just wanted to drop a video from here so you could see what it's like if you didn't buy into Meta and if maybe you were salty because you didn't buy into Meta. Because you were mad because you didn't get to say certain things. I know he shouldn't really be like that, but he's a brilliant CEO either way. Anyway, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.